curious, similar to Elena, what would childhood Zach think about becoming an Olympian?
He would think that that's super cool. It's funny, I didn't really like Olympic sports in a way when I was younger. I was really into football, and I guess basketball is an Olympic sport, but definitely not Winter Olympic sports. So my dream was always to be an NFL quarterback, which was very quickly became evident when I was a little bit older that that was not going to happen. Skiing was definitely the sport that I had the most talent in right away, and so maybe when I was, older in high school, I started to get a little bit of that Olympic dream starting to form. And if you would have told Zach, who was in high school and really just trying to think about winning the state meet or qualifying for junior nationals and all these kind of lower level goals, that I would reach all the way up to making the Olympics, I think he would probably not believe you, and he would also be really, really impressed with his future self.
So, leading up to the Olympics, were there ups and downs, or was it a consistent process of competition with the goal clearly in sight?
There were actually a lot of ups and downs, even though the first races of the season were kind of the most important for the actual qualification process, and I started the year with 2 personal bests, which kind of in a way shooed me in for the Olympics after just the first weekend. But I ended up actually getting sick 2 different times before the Olympics, which was kind of a bummer. I've always had a problem when I was in high school with illness during the winter and just getting minor colds and everything, and this season I got sick 3 different times, including directly after the Olympics, and had to miss the last race of the Olympics that I had to start for, the 50K, which is kind of one of the most legendary races in a way. And so even though I achieved my big goal and that was really awesome, I had a lot of struggles with sickness.
Yeah, interesting. So ultimately you made the U.S. Olympic team. Have you found time to reflect yet?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't maybe thought so much about what does this mean? Am I a different person now, or what can this do for me? It's more just, for me, the thing that's the most cool is just to set a really big goal and achieve it. And I know Elena talked a lot about how when you set a goal that's really challenging and really scary, you have to kind of know when you set that goal that it might not happen. Because if you set a goal that's super easy and you know you're gonna achieve it, then kind of what's the point? It doesn't really motivate you, and it doesn't maybe feel that good when you do achieve it. So I had to really, wrestle with the idea that it's very, very possible that I wouldn't make it. And that was a really scary thing in the, off season and during the winter. But at the same time, I think it also got me to reflect a lot on, if I didn't make it, would that really be so bad? And would it be the end of the world? Or would would it invalidate all of the other awesome things from my career and all the people I've met and experiences I've had? And so I think I think before the Olympics I got to a point where I kind of accepted that if I don't make it, that's okay. And then if I do make it, that's awesome too, because then I achieved my goal.
Do you have a way of separating out the voices, thinking about what people will say and versus what you think?
I think just focusing on, at least from a race performance standpoint, focusing on the actual things that matter for the race, like my pacing, my breathing, my technique, and those kind of things. And if you're in the week leading up to a race and all you're thinking about is what points do I need to get today to make the team, or what place do I need to be, all those types of kind of result-based things, I think those have never made me happy, and also never made me race well. And so I think I always had to remind myself to focus on just doing what was necessary to race fast, rather than calculating the points and all these kind of things that make you go crazy.
Yeah, good thoughts. Have you been able to draw meaning from this whole experience yet, whether it's for everyday life or for sport?
Yeah, I think just how cool it is to set a really big goal and work super hard for it and actually be able to achieve it. And I think that's something that I hope I can apply later in my life, whether it's in business or with family or all sorts of other things, just that it is really scary and also really cool to set big goals and know that they might not happen, but if they do, then that's awesome.
Yeah. And what was the media attention like?
Yeah, it was really cool. I think it really first hits you when you get to your hotel room and you unpack all of the clothes bags that they give you. We got 4 full duffel bags full of Polo, Nike, and Kappa stuff. So I say that to say that if you want to represent the U.S. there, it's very easy because you have an entire new wardrobe of red, white, and blue clothes.
Bring any Olympic swag?
Yeah, I did actually. So these glasses that are on my head, this is, I think, the thing that childhood Zach would be the most excited about. So these are Oakley's, and when you make the Olympics, every single year they do a sort of limited edition colorway for that Olympics, and so all the athletes get like 5 or 6 pairs of special edition Oakleys that the public can't actually buy. So of course when I was 14 years old, still obsessed with Oakleys, but I would see like Eric Bjornsson and Jesse and these people wearing the like limited edition, not available for public Oakleys. I would get so bummed because I really wanted them. So for me to actually get those this year, really cool. And then I also brought a bib from the relay, which I'm giving Gear West live on camera.
Super cool. No way.
And this was, I think, probably the coolest race for me too, because I got to be the anchor leg of the relay, meaning I went last and got to, you know, go into the finish for our team. And yeah, it was a really big honor to be asked to do that. And then I also brought my credentials, complete with a few commemorative pins that I like traded with some security guards and other athletes and stuff. And this was kind of like your way to get past all the different security checkpoints, because at the Olympics the security is so much more rigid than even a regular World Cup, and there was just armed guards everywhere, and you needed this to get even just to the venue or onto the warm-up course and everything. So yeah, kind of cool. And there's some fun pins on there, not, you know, in addition to a exclusive Oakley pin. Matches the sunglasses, but yeah.
Very cool.
And then yeah, I'm wearing these crazy baggy pants that I would have never really worn this style otherwise, but that's one of the like many fun silly clothes that I got.
Those are the pants. We all saw the outfits. There were, yeah, you guys looked great as a team. Way to represent.
Thank you. They zip into shorts too, which was really nice when I visited my brother in San Francisco.
Like right there.
Yeah. But yeah.
No detail was spared. I'm sure whoever designed that was really excited.
Yeah, they were probably happy
put
with
all
themselves.
their talents into it for you guys. So we're right on. Well, thank you. Anybody have questions, by the way? I don't need to dominate.
Well, what are you doing next now for this summer for training? And
Yeah,
I'm sure
good
that
question.
will be asked, but
Well, I feel like as I head into next year, I need to find what that next really big motivating goal is, because I had a really good year last year, but I think a really big reason I did is because the Olympics were such a motivating goal. And so when you have those thousands of daily decisions, like, am I gonna put my phone away at 8:30, or am I gonna sit on it until 10:30 and know that I'm gonna sleep worse? All of those things just become a little bit easier to make the right decision when you have this goal that really motivates you, and you're almost scared in a way to not achieve it. So I feel like it might be a challenge to find something that motivates me as much as this goal did, but I'm hoping to be able to do that. And right now it's April and we're sort of just in our off season, and I've been doing a lot of nice runs and bikes, and we're only a couple weeks away from May 1st, which is sort of the unofficial start of the new training year. So I'm also just kind of getting ready to get back on the horse and be training 4 or 5 hours a day for the next 6 months.